Hey there, my wonderful students. It's Mr. Fazolo coming at you from quarantine. Today we're going to talk about the battle of the century. No, it is not Transformers versus Animorphs, or Marvel versus DC, or Ollie versus Frasier, or me versus you. It is, in fact, good fats versus bad fats. To continue with our macronutrients lessons. Now, why do we need fats? Just like all the other macronutrients, they give us energy. They can also help protect our organs, improve our heart health, improve our brain and mental health, which is a huge plus, and they help us absorb vitamins. But it really comes down to which type of fats you are consuming, because you need to consume fats in order to have a healthy, balanced diet. So let's see the difference between healthy fats and unhealthy fats. We have the types of fats. We have trans fat, saturated fat, and unsaturated fat. And there's two types of unsaturated fats. You have monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fat. I can sit here for the next 5 minutes confusing you all, trying to explain the difference between mono and poly and breaking down the chemical compounds and double bonds of these things, but we're just not quite there yet. Now, for trans fat, there's two types of these. We have natural and artificial. Now, just like most things in our wonderful world, the natural one is going to be better for you than the artificial one. Natural trans fat occurs in meats and dairy products, while the artificial fats occurs in chips, popcorn, crackers, commercial baked goods, fried foods, Takis, Doritos, things like that. Now, what do we notice about artificial trans fats? Most of you eat those at lunch in school. Now, hopefully after this video, you'll start to change your mind a little bit once I tell you what artificial trans fats can do to you. And we have saturated fats, not as bad as trans fats, and some people actually debate that they're not bad for you at all. However, they can cause a slight increase in some negative aspects in your bodies. They do occur in red meat, chicken skin, butter, ice cream, lard, and coconut and palm oil. So why are they so bad? Trans fats and saturated fats can actually lower your good cholesterol and increase your bad cholesterol, causing inflammation in your joints. And it can also cause an insulin resistance, leading to type 2 diabetes. Now, we learned what insulin was with Mr. Farron's video on carbohydrates. Insulin is what delivers carbohydrates in the form of sugar to your cells so they can use it as energy. Your body doesn't have insulin to deliver the sugar to your cells, then you're not going to have energy and you're going to be super lethargic and not be able to function. Now let's break down some of these other words. Cholesterol, that is a fatty wax-like substance that your body needs. There's two types of it, however. You have HDL, the good stuff, which protects against heart disease and stroke. And you have LDL, the bad stuff, which clogs your arteries, leading to heart disease and stroke. So you want a low amount of the bad stuff. You want a high amount of the good stuff. It's an easy way to remember that, with high amount of HDL and low amount of LDL. Now, it's more important to look at what types of fats you're consuming instead of what cholesterol you're consuming. On your nutrition facts and like any label of anything, you don't really have to pay attention to cholesterol, okay, unless it's a gigantic amount. But here we have 12 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated, and 2 of trans. That means you have 7 grams of either mono or polyunsaturated fat in this product. It's not a bad thing at all, okay? Now moving on to monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Why do we need them? They lower our heart disease, lower the bad cholesterol, increase the good cholesterol, and they can help lower our blood pressure. If any of you have ever grown up in an Italian family, most of the fathers have high blood pressure. You want them to start consuming more mono and polyunsaturated fats to get that lower. It can also help prevent against abnormal heart rhythms. Okay, if any of you ever have dealt with that, you don't really want to deal with it. So what are some monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats? We have my favorite, olive oil, Ms. Galanis' favorite, avocados, and Mr. Farron's favorite, peanut butter. Now for the polys, over here, we have sunflower and pumpkin seeds. We have fatty fish, salmon and trout, and Mr. Trachis' favorite, the tuna. And we have tofu, soy milk, and soybean oil. So if you figured out, would paying attention to that, the soy and soybean is a polyunsaturated fat. But wait, there's something else. We have omega-3s, another polyunsaturated fat. Now these are the big boys. These are the super, super beneficial ones. They help battle against fatigue. Fatigue is when you feel really lethargic or lazy or sleepy, and it just won't go away. It can help increase your memory, so a lot of you might need that for school, and help protect against dementia later in your life. Helps with joint pain, so it actually reduces inflammation, and it reduces your risk of cancer, heart disease, and stroke. That's huge. So maybe we eat some more omega-3s. You can find omega-3s in salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies, which are delicious. Don't knock on those. Mussels, oysters, halibut, and tuna. All super, super delicious. Now, if you are a vegetarian like Mr. Farron currently is, and I used to be, you can find these in seaweed, chia seeds, mayo, edamame, which is a soybean, beans, kale, and Brussels sprouts, just to name a few. Now, here's a little image so you can kind of break down where saturated fats come from and how people think of them. They're usually delivered from animals or animal products, meat, dairy, eggs, but some of them can come from plants. And like I said, people are still debating over it's harmful or beneficial. Like most things in moderation, you'll be fine. Trans fats, ones in the middle, kind of want to stay away from those. Trans fats and artificial trans fats are used to extend the shelf life of products. They're basically preservatives. They're no longer considered safe by the FDA, but that doesn't mean they are banned. Then we have unsaturated fats, the good guys. Comes from vegetables and plants, and fish comprised of mono and poly. And they have those really super, super, super fatty acids, the omega-3s. Really want to stick with those. Now we need to revisit our little friend saturated fat. So like I said earlier, saturated fats are not as bad as trans fats. So let's break down some of this. Red meat. Here's a little hint. Don't eat it every night. You'll be fine. Chicken skin. Here's a really good one. Don't eat the skin. If you want to cook with butter, don't. Cook with extra virgin olive oil. I love olive oil, and it's super good for your body. It's actually a fat and an oil that burns fat in your body. Ice cream, another wonderful hint for you. You don't have to eat it every night, maybe once a week. Save it as a treat. You don't want to be eating that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Lard, 9 danka, and coconut and palm oil. Again, you can just substitute it with olive oil. All right. So there's your little helpful hint for the day. So thank you all very much for watching my video, and go eat some good fats, and make sure to take our quiz on Google Classroom. I look forward to seeing you all soon, and stay healthy.